Hi, welcome to this week's estate sale preview. This week we're doing stuff a little bit different, and because of the pandemic, what we're going to do is we're actually going to go through and actually film the house, kind of show you all the furniture, maybe even mention kind of the more important stuff and go over the prices, so that way everybody kind of knows. That way, if there's something you really want, you know it's worth waiting in line. If there's something you're not really sure you want, you don't have to wait in line for it if it's going to be out of the price you want to pay. So that's kind of what we're going to do. We might have to do this for the next few sales just until everything kind of settles down, but we're going to start in the entryway. Now, just so you know, the interesting thing about this family is this family had a lot of old money. Apparently the family was really wealthy in the 1800s and actually has some really top quality stuff. Then, you know, the family, as the estate got broken up, they got divided into heirs, but there's still some great stuff here that was from the original family back in the 1800s. This piece is exceptional. This is an old French country commode. It is absolutely just amazing and really old, probably early 1800s. It is just amazing. It's not the type of stuff we ever get in Oklahoma, but just wanted to point it out. We have it marked at $750. I believe it has the original marble to it, which you don't see a lot of times. A lot of times these get broken, but I'm pretty sure this is original marble. This marble's in pretty good shape. Up on top, we have an Ansonia clock. It has the open escapement. We have it marked at $350, and it is working. The mirror, the reflection is not so great, but the mirror itself is really cool. Look at all that fretwork and piercing on it. That is something you don't really see on a lot of mirrors. This mirror is really pretty exceptional. We have the mirror priced at $250. There's lots of accessories. I'm not going to call attention to the accessories. Lots of interesting artwork. It's Norman. Every time we do Norman sales, the artwork's always really, really kind of cool. We're going into the library. It's interesting. This house has an actual library attached to it, and really fun to look through all the books. Most of the books are basically, I'd call it 100 greatest books ever written type stuff. Great fiction, historic novels, you know, anything you could think you'd see in an old classic library. That's really kind of what you're going to be seeing in here. There are a whole bunch of leatherback Easton Press and Franklin Library books. There's also some Harvard classics. There's lots of leather books. Just kind of want to point those out. So if you're a book collector, this is going to be a kind of a fun sale. Over here, all the furniture is really top quality. They're also the type of people that, you know, they actually had it reupholstered on several occasions, and the upholstery is really well done. These chairs, we have a pair. These are called Lawson arm style chairs. That refers to the style of the arm. It's a Lawson chair. And these are marked at $145 each. There's two of them. They're in really good condition. The upholstery is really well done. We have this little table over here, this mahogany, and this is marked at $125. It's a little drop leaf mahogany table. That's the full lamp. On the mantle, there are these cranberry lusters. These are really, really pretty with the cut to clear. I believe the lusters are priced at $450 for the pair. There's also an almost matching center bowl, not exactly matching, but very similar. It's marked at $195 with this really cute little French open escapement clock. It also works. It is $345. This little eagle top mirror over here. There's several of these little lamp tables around the house. These are nice because they don't take up a lot of space. So if you're short on space, these are really handy. It's mahogany. I think we have it marked $95. The other chair, we have one of these little butler's tables. This is marked $95. It's all mahogany. And this cute little bitty marble top table. I actually like to use these instead of end tables because they're really tiny. You can put a drink on it, but they don't take up a lot of room. They're really handy. This is marked $65. Over here, we have a little game table set. They are priced separately. There's 4 chairs. They are priced at $50 a piece. They're all leather. The leather's a little on the rougher side, but it's all intact. There's no holes, but it's definitely a little bit on the rougher side. The table is really super adorable. I haven't seen a table like this in a long time. We have it marked at $250. It is just super adorable. And lots of OU yearbooks from the 40s and from the 70s. The family obviously went to OU. Another one of these little bitty tiny tables that I love so much. This is mahogany. It's marked $145 with a little gallery rim around it. And this cute little green little chair over here marked $65. Now the piano is a Kimball piano. Has a great tune. If you listen to it, it actually, I think, actually has a great sound to it. What's really exceptional about this piano is it is a really petite little piano. Most of these little baby grand pianos are little size consuming. This is in a really pretty small room, and it doesn't feel like it takes up the whole room. It's, you know, if you're looking for a really tiny baby grand, a baby grand, this is a great little piano, has great sound. I believe we have it marked at $800. Over here, this is not Sabino, believe it or not. It looks like Sabino, but this is Verley's glassware, really exceptional little piece, marked 250. Little Amari vase over there, or lamp, it's marked 65. And this really gorgeous rose medallion Chinese bowl, I believe it is marked $85. And we have lots of older antique books. We've got these all pulled out, so they're priced separate. And then kind of last is this little dictionary stand. This is a cute little piece in really good condition. It's marked at $150, and it will lay and go flat, or you can actually also have it up, raised up like it is currently is. And this little pretty rug, this is a machine-made rug. There's actually several hand-tied rugs in the next rooms that I'm going to show you. So let's go in there. So here we are in the living room. The living room, we're going to start off. This is a stunning little reproduction clock. This is probably from the 20s. The original was in the Henry Ford Museum, but this is a reproduction. Like I said, it works great. It is really, really beautiful. The face of it is starting to flake, which a lot of times this happens, but those can be redone, or it's actually pretty the way it is. We have it marked at $1,200. Like I said, it does work. We have a little cranberry lamp, I believe it is marked at $120, and this really adorable, this is a little marquetry table that is just really exceptional. It's a little petite size, it's marked at $285. Going around the corner, we have this table here with a nice little drawer. It's almost, if you look at the wood, it's almost like a bird's eye maple, but it's not. We have it marked at $325. It has swan bases. We have a Moreau lamp. This is actually was a statue, and it's been converted into the lamp. The lamp is probably from, you know, early 1900s, late 1800s. We have it marked at $350. It's in really good shape. This is a pair of Staffordshire dogs. I do believe that these are real. These are not reproductions, but we have this marked at $250 for the pair. We have lots and lots of paintings. I've been trying to do some of the research. We're still working on the sale, so I haven't got all the research done. So there's going to be a few things in the videos that aren't going to make it as far as the pricing, but you'll get a general idea. We have another, this is a Lawson Arm style sofa. This is in extremely good condition. It is marked at $175. The case that is on top, stuff I'd like to point out is a lot of Hinkle knives. All of these knives are the professional quality. They're not the cheaper version. There's some decorative locks. The little Madonna that is right here, that is actually heron. Probably the first piece of heron I've seen without that weird little pattern they always do. And the Royal Dalton lady right next to it. There are some bullets. Please don't ask us if there's guns. Everybody always asks if there's guns the minute they see bullets. We did not get any guns. There's not any guns here. Please do not beat me to death over where the guns are. There's some pocket knives and an antique 1922, I believe, silver certificate dollar, and a sterling little carving set in a lily pattern. Now, over here, we've got another one of these cute little table lamps, or lamp tables. This one is $125. It is really handy. This is a huge, oversized, kind of a shaker style ladder back rocker. It's not old, but I believe it's from the probably 1950s. It still has the original little instruction manual with it, or the little manual from when they bought it. Obviously, you know how to use a rocker. We have several Hitchcock chairs. I think there's two pairs that match. This one right here, all of them I believe are marked $85 each. I believe there's a matching one in the bedroom. We also have this little desk that's real adorable, is marked $285. The little Staffordshire piece on the back, it might be old. I think it's marked $75 because we believed it was old. Like I said, more pictures. Come around this way, and here is a red, this is a little wingback chair, and it has the matching stool. We have it marked for $175 for the pair. Silver tray, and just a cute little inside table. This is marked at $45. The blue lamp, which is kind of a fun modern, kind of a mottled glaze color, it is marked at $65. Here's the little stool. Coming over here, the showcase, with lots of Henri wood carving Madonnas. Apparently they collected Madonnas, lots of Henri carvings. These are priced, various prices. The tiny one in the middle is marked at $25. The most expensive one's at $245 for the 3-piece set, which is the Holy Family. Most of the rest of them are gonna range between $85 to $150. These are really large pieces. We're talking, 6 and 8 inches tall. They're not the little bitty ones that we find a lot of times. Up on the mantle, probably the most important thing to call out is there's a little Henri angel music box, but with this pair of little Rookwood pair of raven candle or raven bookends, they're both in really good condition. The glaze is real unusual. It's not the common glaze. With some willow tree things. Over here, we've got this little chair. I guess it's pomegranates on it. It is marked at $145 for this little armchair. This little 3-leaf clover table is marked at $145. I believe that is going to be a 1920s or earlier oak. The little red lamp on top is marked at $35. It's really pretty cute. It's not old, but it's got a really good style to it. We have lots of vintage electronics. Basically down here, everything's for sale except for the tuner. The tuner has to stay with the house. DVDs, lots of CDs. We have all these CDs, plus in the garage there's a lot more CDs. And then the rugs. We have these nice little hand-tied rugs. They have really good color. They're not the garish colors that a lot of people have. I really like a lot of the more muted ones. The runner is marked at $295. This one, which I believe is a 9x12, we're going to walk over and look at the price on it. It is marked at $495. And another little bitty one right here, I think it's a 4x6, and it is marked at $175. Going into the kitchen, going into the kitchen and the dining area, some really kind of cool stuff. Lots of silver plate. Now, I know that obviously a lot of people don't like silver plate, but a lot of this stuff's really nice. It is spotless. They kept it in the little bags. If those bags do work, we have a whole box full of bags in the garage. If you like silver plate but don't like to polish it, come here, buy the bags. I mean, it will save your butt when it comes to polishing this stuff. All of this stuff was just pulled right out of the bags. We didn't polish any of it. It all looks spotless. It's really handy. So I always advise getting the bags. Most notable thing here is this ice bucket. This is Christoffel. This is all silver plate. It is not sterling. We also have a nice little Victorian pickle caster, Camille pattern tea set, and some other interesting stuff. Another little tea set up here that's Victorian that I really like. Little biscuit jar. Really pretty cranberry little juice set. This is really sharp. Little blue glass basket weave. And some more cranberry and some more cut crystal. On this rug down here, I believe it was 8x8. It is marked at $345. Like I said, good colors. 8x8 is a really unusual size, so if you need that size, you're not going to find very many of them. Little candelabras. This, I believe, is Haviland. Most exceptional thing on this table, or interesting, is that flute is Waterford. There's also some Waterford candelabras. Those two little decanters right there are both Baccarat. And that's kind of the star is going to be this punch bowl. I know a lot of people don't appreciate these punch bowls. This is really spectacular. It's American Brilliant Cut. It is really wonderful. It has the matching ladle, which we never see. This is a Pearpoint ladle, a smart Pearpoint, and it is spectacular. These ladles by themselves can bring 100, 150 bucks just by themselves. We have the whole set. It is a 3-piece set. The base is separate. We have it marked at $395. It is absolutely spectacular. It wouldn't surprise me if this is a $1,000 punch bowl. It's really pretty good. Now, we have this traditional, it's a mahogany with a banded edge dining room table. We also have the 2 leaves. It also has the mattress pads. And then we have these 3 chairs. The table is marked at $275. Little green chairs that match, which are kind of distressed, which you wouldn't think would go with this, but actually goes really, really well, are $65 each. They're also a little heavier and thicker than average dining room chairs, so these are sturdier. I call it, they're sturdy for Oklahoma people, because as we all know, we're all a little bit bigger than other people sometimes. But, you know, really cute little set. All right, so now we are here in the hallway. While we're in the hallway, probably one of the little bit more interesting pieces, we have a pier mirror base. This is actually probably French Empire style. I would call this early, probably 1920s, or I'm sorry, 1820s, 1830s. Really neat little base. The marble is broken on it, but the marble also was not original. You can actually have this cut with a different marble and you're not going to affect the value because, like I said, it wasn't original marble anyway. I have it marked at $450. This is really kind of an unusual find in Oklahoma. Kind of general, you know, accessories going into the little guest bedroom. We've got this wonderful mirror here with the gilded edge. The gilding is really pretty on it. And then little country French, little short chair, and this painted desk kind of in the French provincial style. And some dolls. The desk is marked at $185. That little chair I was talking about is marked at $95. I'm getting made fun of, just so you know, because I keep using the word little. So I'm just going to keep on doing it. So everybody drink up every time I say little. Cute little corner cabinet. This little corner cabinet is, I believe, is all cherry wood, maybe walnut. It is marked at $295. Really exceptional condition. They collected Madonnas, as you can see. We have a Lladró Madonna. Most of the other Madonnas have been pulled. One exceptional one, and this will be locked up in the case. It won't be sitting here. We have this Lalique one. The interesting thing about the Lalique one is this is an original R Lalique. Can't find the signature to show it to you on the film, but it's R Lalique. It's the older ones from the 30s. We have it marked at $850, which I believe is a really pretty good deal for this. I think they normally sell in the $1,000, $1,200 range, and it is perfect. There's no chips or cracks. Nice little country picture, little chair and ottoman. And the chair is in really good condition. It is marked at $125. Another lamp table. This one is marked at $65. And we have a pair of these. This pair is marked, they're marked individually at $145 each. One of them has a slight stain on it, but that could be cleaned. These chairs are super comfortable. I used to have these in my office, or a pair similar. I had leather ones in my office. These chairs are really comfortable for sitting in. Almost all the clothes are men's clothes. From what I could tell in the sizes, it seems to be large and extra large clothing. A lot of, I call it Dillard's brand stuff. Lots of Tommy Hilfiger, Ralph Lauren, you know, Polo and all that type of stuff. With some Hartman tweed luggage. There's two pieces down there. And over here we have a 4-poster bed. It is marked at $185 for the full-size frame. I believe that the mattress and box springs are $95. Nice little toile cover, and this comes with the bedspread and the skirt at $35. We've got this bed bench, which is a faux rattan style, marked at $45. More clothing. Now, one of the coolest pieces we have found in the house is this piece. And this piece is a really old piece. It is, I'm guessing, early 1800s, maybe up to mid, but I really think it's probably earlier. It's almost a Biedermeier style. What's exceptional is look at all this boxwood banding that goes around. So this is totally framed with different wood going around it, plus with the little panel and that little boxwood edging. It's on the sides, which is really unusual because this is an expensive technique. So typically they do the fronts, but they wouldn't do the sides. But you've got both sides done with the same technique, the drawer fronts done with the same technique, and the top also. And it is really an old one. It has some stress cracking up here from the wood shrinking. If you open up the drawers, I mean, it's just really cool. The back is a one-piece back of one hand-hewn huge piece of wood, which is just hewn out and just kind of put it back in there. So this piece is really pretty stout. This piece has not been priced yet. We are still doing research on it. I really think it's an amazing piece. We're just trying to figure out what is the fair market value for it. Over here, we also have this little opalescent coin dot lamp, and we have it marked at $125. And this mirror that is also kind of Biedermeier-esque in style, and has not been priced yet because we're not 100% sure if it goes with the chest. I don't think it does, but we just want to make sure. Going into the master bedroom, there are only 2 bedrooms, so everybody who's going to ask me that, there's 2 bedrooms, that's it. Going into the master, we've got this nice pair of Victorian armchairs. These are matching. It's not the men's and women's version. It's just 2 matching versions, which is nice because a lot of people don't like the 2 different scale ones. These are marked $275 each. Like I said, they're really nice. We have this drum table. This is a really large drum table. It's marked at $350. It's really pretty exceptional. The carving on it's really great. I really like this piece. We have a Seth Thomas & Sons. This is the only clock in the house that I have not been able to actually get it running just from winding it. But it is Seth Thomas & Sons, which if you know anything about Seth Thomas & Sons, Seth Thomas is very common. Seth Thomas & Sons clocks were really rare. They were high-end in the era. And because of that, they didn't sell a lot. Nice oil painting. Quilt, but I believe that is a machine-made quilt. Another one of those Hitchcock chairs. Now the china on here, there's lots of Minton china. Also, there's Minton china, and let me figure out who the other one is. We're gonna look real quick. Picard china, there's a little set. That set right there is Minton. This set is also Minton. This is ancestral pattern. This is a little Asian set right here. But really some cool antique china. Like I said, you know, this is a family that had money back in the 1800s and they bought well. So it's all been inherited down. We have a Bose speaker we're selling. Another one of the Hitchcock chairs. These are 95 versus 85. And we have some more electronics. This piece is really interesting. Usually these ones with the brass frames aren't that spectacular, but this is a hand-painted piece. The painting on it is absolutely spectacular. Not marked on the back, can't really attribute to a company, but the painting is exceptional. We have it marked at $165. I think that's probably a really good steal. If it wasn't in the brass frame, I'd have it marked a lot higher. It's just I know the brass frame tends to detract people from it. These cute little bitty masks, these are all called A. Margot mask, and just really cool. They're all marked about 20 bucks a piece, and it's basically different masks or different faces of the world, different ethnicities. Really kind of fun. We have a partner's desk. It's not a true partner's desk. The drawers only open on one side, but it looks like a partner's desk. This is marked at $275. Back to this little coffee table here. This is marked at $95. And nice round back chair, really good condition at $125. Another Hitchcock chair that matches the one in the dining room. This is really interesting. I haven't seen one of these in probably 20 years. Ultra tiny, almost child size, American Empire style, probably early 1800s American Empire settee. It's marked at $175. Really unusual. Like I said, I haven't seen one of these in probably at least 20 years. This cute, I believe that this is early 1900s. It looks very Berkey and Gay, this little shelf. It is marked at $350. We have a kind of a primitive end table, or what they're using an end table. We have it marked at $85. Little fridge, we have it marked at $85 also. And coming back here on this metal table with the woven top, we have it marked at $175. I'm not sure the metal. I think it's iron. I think it's just faux painted to look like it's copper, but it has a really good look to it. We have a queen size adjustable bed. So the bed frame itself is marked at $285. The mattress and everything is almost brand new. We've got the receipts. The mattress came from October of last year. Her brother passed away several months ago, so I mean, it probably only got a month's worth of use before then. The mattress by itself was $1,000. That did not include the base. The base was bought 3 or 4 months before that. They didn't like the mattress, bought a different mattress, but kept the base. In those base, which is an adjustable base, we had the remote controls. Those bases a lot of times are $1,000, $2,000. We have the mattress and the base all priced at $800 for the pair, or you have to go together. And like I said, that is queen size. The little linen cover is marked at $35. Over here, we've got another stand very similar to the one on the other side. This one is more of a spool style, and it is marked at $85. Now, in here we have American Empire style chest of drawers. This is really a pretty cool piece. It has some veneer loss on the front, unfortunately, but if it didn't, this would be an amazing $1,200, $1,500 piece. We have it marked at $600, basically $595. It is not like it looks. It's not a drop down with a desk in the front. It is all drawers, but it is really, really a good looking piece. We also have the, I believe it is the matching American Empire mirror, which you never see these. This is not one that was supposed to mount. This was a free hanging one. Really kind of unusual to find this type. Then around the corner, men's clothes, jeans, like I said, you know, large, extra large sizes, some belts, like I said, nicer quality. And in here, this is the bathroom, stand, sheets, towels, blankets. Don't really think there's probably anything in here specifically to call attention to. So here we are in the kitchen. We have a nice little Costco stool. We have it marked at $65. It's in pretty good condition. Lots of just general, you know, everyday kitchenware stuff. Pyrex, Corningware. This set of china is, this is Wedgwood Edme. Is it? Yeah. Wedgwood Edme pattern. It was a lot of pieces. It's got to be at least a service for 12. Serving pieces, cream soup bowls, you name it, it's there. The whole set is marked at $695. Believe it or not, that actually is a pretty good price on that stuff. That stuff actually sells a little bit more. We have a Farberware, let's see, electric skillet. There is Wagnerware piece. Got all sorts of kind of fun stuff. Oh, back over here, really fun little vintage vampire mug. The refrigerator is not going to be for sale. That is staying with the house. They've already got the house sold. More, and then colored Pyrex. Kind of some of the cooler stuff on it is the little lids with the patterns. There's at least 2 of those that have the lids with the patterns that are in good shape. And in the utility room, not selling the washer and the dryer. Like I said, those sold with the house. We have just general stuff. Little wingback chair. The wingback chair is marked at $95. We have a drop leaf table. It's marked at $245. So this is only half of it popped up. The rest of it pops up. We have some more really good American Brilliant cut pieces. There was a vase in one of the other rooms I didn't point out, but some of these pieces are really nice. This piece is huge. You know, usually we always see these little bitty tiny pieces like little relish dishes. This piece is unusual. You just don't see pieces that size very often. Okay, now into the garage. We have a little breakfast set. This is marked $95 for the set. That's the table and all 4 chairs. We have some kitchenwares, glass bowls, refrigerator is not for sale. Just general, what you'd expect to find in a garage, yard tools. There's a DeWalt electric blower that is really nice. I believe it is marked $85. These are about $120 new, and it looks like it's brand new. Still has the box there. More interesting, just tools and garage miscellaneous. Lots of garage chemicals. Over here, we've got an electric scooter. Mobility Spirits of Pride. This does work great. You can turn it on and this thing goes. We've driven it all over the house, so works great if you need one. We have it marked at $295. For here we have a whole bunch of CDs. We have a lot of cassettes, you know, frames, a little bit of Christmas stuff. Here's all those little silver bags I was telling everybody about that are really handy if you don't want your stuff to tarnish and you don't want to do all the work to polish it. Lots and lots of yard tools, lots of pots, some big kind of fun pots over here. And now we are going to go down to the basement. And here we are in the basement. Now this is the last room on the tour. We are starting off with the sofa. The sofa is $95. Looks like it's in decent shape. Obviously you have to haul it out of here, so that is on you, but it looks like it's a pretty decent sofa for 95 bucks. We have this little sewing table or craft table with little magazine slots on the sides. It is $30. We have a lot more books. Obviously the bookshelves upstairs were full. There's a lot more books that were down in the basement. These still a lot of, top novels, top fiction, and just more miscellaneous, stuff that you kind of expect to see maybe in the garage, but there just wasn't room in the garage, and we had the basement, so why not have it open? Have this little pants presser over there if you need one. This little magnifying stand thing. This is marked $195. As you know, these things are sometimes kind of hard to get. When they do, they're really kind of pricey. Little spindle table here that is marked at $65, and some more just kind of miscellaneous art. And that pretty much wraps up the tool. Hopefully that gives you an idea what some of the stuff's going to be priced at, or at least some of the larger stuff and the more rare stuff. We definitely would love to see you this weekend. We also want you to be safe, which is why we're doing this video. That way you can decide whether it's safe to come out, or whether you want to maybe just kind of wait it out, or come when a little bit less busy time if you're just looking for something a little bit different. All right, so now out on the patio, what we're doing is we've got several patio furniture sets. This set's really cool. It is $45 or $45 per chair. There are 6 chairs. There's also this really exceptional dining room table with the basket weave base. These are real unusual. We only see these maybe once every 3 or 4 years. The table is marked at $195. This little set over here, chairs are once again $45 a piece. I believe the table is marked at $150. Nice little vintage set in really good condition. We've got this little coffee table here at $40. We have a Chase Lounge. The Chase Lounge is $85. And this is a Smokin' Joe Barbecue, or Oklahoma Joe Barbecue, is marked at $95. It is still in good shape. Oh my god, this thing is really heavy. So marked at $95. And how we're going to do the back patio, just so everybody knows, the house will not be open up to the back patio, so when we do open, people will be able to walk around the house, go to the back patio, see if there's anything they want off the back patio, and take it to the front. But the patio will not be open up from the house, so you cannot get to it from the house. And we'll make that announcement so everybody knows they can go back there and shop and everything.